Welcome to Afifa Jack Gaming, where today we are opening up 3 packs of Midnight Hunt. They're set boosters where we end up getting 1 foil and 1 art card. Thank you for watching, and let's see what we open. Alright, our art card. That is The Creeping End by Daniel Lothgreen. Sorry if I killed your name. I have a hard time with names, evidently. Oof, this has definitely been a triad thing. But this is number 34 out of 81. We have an island. Novice Oculus costs 1 and a black for a human wizard. When it dies, you may draw 1 card and lose 1 life. Has a 1/2 body. And then we have the Blade Brand. It costs 1 and a black for an instant. Target creature gains Death Touch until end of turn. Draw a card. Cannon the Cathartes costs 3 and a white for a human knight. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human creature token. Infernal Gasp costs 1 and a black. Destroy a target creature. You lose 2 life. Foul Play costs 1 and a black. Destroy a target creature with a power of 2 or less. Investigate. That means we end up being able to pop a clue token, and if we sacrifice it, pay 2, sacrifice it, we get to draw a card. It's uncommon. And then we also have the Burly Berserker. Costs 2 green and 3 for a human werewolf. Has ward 1. That means it costs 1 extra. So if they're whatever spell they're playing, they have to pay that cost and pay 1 extra to be able to kill it. On the day bound side, it has a 6/5 body, and the night bound side becomes the Dire Strain Demolisher. Ward 3 has an 8/7 body. Tavern Ruffian costs 3 and a red. The day bound side's a 2/5. And the night bound it becomes a Tavern Smasher. It's a 6/5 body. Then we have a Gale Drifter that costs 3 and a blue for Hippogriff. Flying, and then it has a disturb cost of 4 and a blue. Disturb means we could end up playing it from our graveyard for whatever the disturb cost, but it becomes transformed and stays on the other side. This side is a 3/2 body. On the other side it becomes Whale Drifter. It's a Hippogriff Spirit. That's flying. And if it was dealt damage and be put in the graveyard, we have to exile it instead. It's a 2/2 body. And then we have the From Brigade. It costs 3 and a red for a human werewolf. Pay 1. It gets +1/+0 until end of first strike until end of turn. On the day bound side is a 3/4. And then on the night bound side, it also has the same ability, but then it also has the one that pay 4 in a red, and creatures you control get +2/+0, and it's a 4/5 body. And then we have the Briar Bridge Tracker that costs 2 and a green for a human scout. That's our rare. It has vigilance, and when it enters the battlefield, we get to investigate. As long as you control a token, Briar gets +2/+0. That's a 2/3 body. Our foil is Falcon Wrath Performer. Perforator. Costs 1 and a red for a vampire. Whenever it attacks, it deals 1 damage to a defending player. Has a 2/1 body. Then we have a Fool's Tome. Costs 4 for an artifact. Pay 2, tap it, draw a card. Use this ability only if you have no cards in your hand. Alright, that's the first pack. Let's see what we get with the second one. Coming out with the art card. That's obviously signed by the artist right down there at the very bottom. And that person is, it's an island by Evan Kagel, number 78 out of 81. We got a mountain. And then we have to consider for a blue, for an instant, look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. Draw a card. We have the Secrets of the Key. Costs a blue. It's an instant. Investigate. If this spell was cast from the graveyard, investigate twice instead. Has a flashback cost of 3 and a blue. Brommer Armor costs 1 and a green for an equipment. When it enters the battlefield, put it on a creature. Equipped creature gets +1 plus or +2 +1, and the equip cost is 4. First uncommon is Arcane Infusion. Costs a blue and a red. It's an instant. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant or sorcery card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest of them at the bottom of your library in a random order. Has a flashback cost of a 3 and a blue and a red. Thermal Alchemist costs a red and 1. It's a human shaman. Has a Fender. Tap it. It deals 1 damage to each opponent. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, untap it. Has a 0/3 body. Human Stride Infiltrator costs a red and 2 for a human werewolf. On the Daybound side, it also has trample. On the Daybound side, it's a 3/2. Over on the Nightbound, it has trample and it becomes a 4/4. So Daybound and Nightbound is only on the primary person's turn. So when it's your turn, that can end up changing from it. Daybound switches over to Nightbound when you play no spells, and Nightbound switches over to Daybound when you play 2 spells. With that said, we got the Tireless Hauler. It costs us 4 and a green. Vigilance has a 4/5 body. Over on the other side, it's the Strain Brawler. Has Vigilance and Nightbound to 6/6. Lunar Veteran costs us 1 white for a human cleric. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Has a disturb cost of 1 and a white. It's a 1/1 body. Over on the other side, if you play it for disturb cost, it gains flying. And then we have a Tavern Ruffian. It costs us a red and 3. On the Daybound side, it's a 2/5. Over on the Nightbound side, it becomes a Tavern Smasher as a 6/5 body. A foil is a Ritual Guardian. It costs us 2 and a white. It's a human soldier. Has Covering. That means if we have 3 creatures that have 3 different power, it gains lifelink until end of turn. It's a 3/2 body. Then we have the game of Day and Night, or Day versus Night. And then our rare, for some reason, is in the very back, is a Graveyard Trespasser. Costs us 2 and a black for a human werewolf. It has Ward, discard a card. Whenever a Graveyard Trespasser enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 target creature from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain a life. On the Daybound side, it's a 3/3, but at Nightbound, it becomes a Graveyard Glutton. It has all the same abilities, except for it's a 4/4. It's not too bad. Let's see what our third and final pack brings us. Hopefully we get some kind of luck out of it. Oh, another signature card for our art card. That's Toval, the Midnight Scourge by Michael Welsh. It's number 8 out of 81. Really? It's a forest. And then we're going to flip the switch. Costs us 2 and a blue. It's an instant. Counter a target spell unless its controller pays 4. Create a 2/2 black zombie creature with decay. Falcon Abomination. It costs us 2 and a blue for a zombie bird. Has a 2/2 power and toughness. Has flying. And when it enters the battlefield, we get to put a 2/2 zombie with decay on the board. Drone Yard Amalgam costs us 4 and a blue. This is for a zombie horror. It's a 3/6 body. When it enters the battlefield, the target player mills 3 cards. You can pay 2 and a blue. Drone Yard Amalgam can't block this turn. Timberlane Guide costs us 1 and a green for a human scout. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. It has a 1/1 body. First uncommon, it's a Catholic Fire. Costs us 1 and a red. It's an instant. Choose 1. It deals 3 damage to a creature or a planeswalker, or we could discard up to 2 cards and draw that many cards. We have a Purifying Dragon. Costs us 3 and 2 red for a dragon. Flying. When it attacks, deals 1 damage to a target creature the defending player controls. If that creature was a zombie, Purifying Dragon deals 2 damage instead. That's a 4/3 body. Then we have a special mythic rare. That's a special art of Lair the Disciple of the Drowned. Costs us 2 blue and 3. It's a human wizard. Spells can't be countered. Each instant or sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback, and flashback cost is equal to that cost of the mana cost. Drawn Heart Revenator costs us 3 and a green for a human warlock. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. It's a 2/4 body. Elastic Awakener costs us 1 red black for a human wizard. Pay 2 and a black. Sacrifice another creature you control. Draw a card and then transform it. Activate this once each turn. Has a body toughness of 1, but when we flip it, it becomes a Woken Demon. It becomes a demon type. It's a 4/4 body. Then we have a Massive Gristlebrand that costs us 1 and 2 black for an equipment. It's a legendary equipment. The creature has flying and lifelink. Whenever a equipped creature dies, you may pay X amount of life, where X is its power. If you do, draw X amount of cards. That's a 3 equip cost. Our foil is the Muldrip Behemoth. Costs us 4 and a black for a zombie giant. Has a 7/6 body. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature or pay 1 and a black. Has menace. And then the final card is a Sneak Attack. Costs us 3 and a red. It's an enchantment. Pay a red, choose a creature card from your hand, and put it into play. This creature is unaffected by summoning sickness at the end of the turn. Sacrifice that creature. What did you think of the packs? Put it down in the comments down below. If you're liking the content that we're putting out, like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon to be notified about any of our future content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.